I'm Ethan Russo here with Nishi Whiteley at DragonFly Earth Medicine with Kelly and Josh. Thank you for being with us.
Thank you for having us.
One of the things that we'd like to present to people that would be listening today is to learn about your approaches to building the soil for optimized cannabis culture.
So we really believe that building a proper soil is the #1 way to achieve a regenerative farm and to achieve really healthy plants. And really healthy plants naturally fight off pests and pathogens. So then, without using any outside influences, you can have a healthy plant. So with soil, carbon sequestration in soils is a really important key to creating living soil, because having carbon in the soil not only takes it out of the atmosphere and puts it into the earth, which is an important agricultural model, it also feeds organisms and microorganisms in the soil, as well as captures water and allows the water to allow the life to grow through and extract minerals and nutrients. And it also keeps the minerals and nutrients in the soil so you don't have runoff into waterways. So having a living soil is extremely important on all these levels: this ecological level, this health vitality level, and to create medicine. So the way that we do that is we build beds that are attached to the earth, and we use wood across the bottom of the ground and layer in different layers of carbon and compost that we've made and other leafy material. And
we'll even take on an herbology attribute to study what different minerals and vitamins and amino acids and growth hormones other plants may have. And then we will cultivate those plants, and then those plants will also be chopped into sort of this layering, so that we've got our green brown layers so that the decomposition is really easy. And we have long-term beds that we know might not come to full fruition and balance for several years. And then we have some techniques that we do here on the farm that really make an instant soil that you can put out onto the ground and do the layering and plant directly into it. And we've had a lot of success with both of them.
And just to emphasize, this is the technique known as hugelkultur, meaning that everything is grown on site. You're not really hauling in materials from elsewhere.
We're mounding and creating beds that are decomposing, and in between the mounds you can pile in mulch, and essentially your bed becomes the compost pile, or it becomes the worm farm. You almost don't need compost and worm farms if you use this layer and mulch technique on your grounds. And water retention is really important in the world right now, and there's a lot of places that are really struggling with water. So any technique that you can use to keep groundwater. Some of those mounds could be organized in a way on your land that keeps groundwater charged in a swale form. So
one of the things that I've found so interesting about what you're doing here is that when you first started your farm, you didn't have any soil.
Yeah, it was very rocky and minerally, so we really had a choice right there. Were we going to just buy a bunch of soil and trucks, or are we just going to there's a lot of biomass around us. You can see we live in a pretty rich environment, and we have a lot to work with here. So that's how we learned to do the beds in the way that we did, is pile material on top of the ground. And then it transforms the ground underneath it. So if you have a clay area and if you dug into the ground, it might create a pool, which is too much for roots. It'll pool the roots. But if you just do it on top of the ground, it transforms the ground underneath. So
well, one of the things that I think that we've been so impressed with is the health and the vigor of the plants that you have here. So obviously what you're doing is working.
Yeah.
So,
Exactly.
thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.